Hey guys, so in this video I want to talk about gratitude. So we've all heard be more grateful. We've heard that phrase, and what does that actually mean and why should we care? So gratitude isn't just about saying thank you when someone holds the door for you. It's a mindset and it's a way of seeing the world, and it can make a real difference in your everyday life, whether you're a software developer or a construction worker or a CEO or a stay-home parent. And I was a very negative person for a long time. In fact, I still am many times, but I'm a lot more aware of it now. And when I find myself being really negative and just taking things for granted, not being grateful for my life, I'm able to catch myself pretty quickly and change that mindset. So I found that when I focus on what I'm grateful for, I'm just happier overall. And I seem to be more productive and just more at peace with myself and with the world around me, rather than complaining about everything all the time, which is how I used to be. And I have a few family members that are still that way, that they struggle with different things. A lot of people in my family have anxiety and addiction issues. A lot of them are having financial issues, things like that, things that I can relate to, if not now, at some point in my life I could. And these family members just dwell on stuff like you wouldn't believe. And I'm sure you know someone like this, or you are someone like this. And it seems like all they want to talk about is how bad they have it. And I try telling them, shifting your mindset and focusing on the good in your life can really help you out. And I'm not someone that thinks that just positive thinking is going to fix all your problems. But I do believe that having more gratitude, changing the way you think, it can just face you in the right direction and just motivate you to take the next step. So positive thinking definitely isn't everything. I can't stand motivational content that acts like it is, but it definitely helps, right? And being grateful helps. So some of the benefits of just having gratitude. So first of all, it lowers stress, right? So when you focus on what's going right in your life, your mind has less room to stress about what's going wrong. And it's hard to be stressed when you're focused on what's working for you. And it also boosts your mood. Gratitude helps shift your mindset from that, that life sucks, poor me, why me, that type of thinking, to things aren't that bad and they could be much worse. So when you feel better mentally, it spills over into your day-to-day life, which can make you more patient, can make you less angry, and just generally in a better mood. And it can also help you appreciate what you have. Many of us are striving for more, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want more money, a better job, a nicer house, that's not bad. Just because you want something more doesn't mean you don't appreciate what you have. But you should take some time to appreciate what you do have in your life, and it can really make a world of a difference in how you feel and how you look at things. Another thing that gratitude can do is strengthen relationships. So when you show appreciation for the people that are around you, your spouse, your kids, your coworkers, it brings you closer, and people feel good when they're appreciated, and they're more likely to return the favor. So those are some basic benefits of gratitude. Now let's talk about how can you practice gratitude in your daily life, because you don't have to meditate for hours or write lengthy journal entries and stuff like that. There are some just simple, down-to-earth ways that you can practice gratitude in your daily life. So number one is just start with one good thing, either before bed or before you head out to work, whatever the time you want. Just take a minute to think about one good thing that happened either that day or the day before. And if it's the morning, then obviously the day before. And it doesn't have to be a huge deal. Maybe you just had a great cup of coffee, or the weather was really nice during your lunch break. It could be something very, very simple. And whatever it is, let yourself feel good about it for a moment. And there are obviously times when we have really shitty days. And if you can't find anything that good that happened that day, then just think or say something simple like, I'm grateful I have a job, or I'm grateful for my family. Being grateful for my family is something that I constantly think about. So number two is just say thank you and mean it. And this might seem obvious, but a genuine thank you goes a long way. So next time someone helps you out, whether it's a coworker lending a hand or your partner making dinner, take a second to really thank them, and a sincere thanks. And it can just make you both feel better. And don't just say it out of habit, mean it, and think about how that, it's not just about saying the words, it's thinking about how that person made your day a little bit easier and showing your appreciation. And this is especially important when it comes to your spouse. One of the biggest issues with relationships is when one or both partners don't feel appreciated. And just saying thank you and really focusing on what they do for you can really help. So number 3, keep a gratitude journal, or of course use your phone, however you want to write things down. And if you're the type of person who likes to write things down, that's great. If you're not, just write a couple sentences. Even if we just go back to just thinking of one thing and writing that for the day. You don't have to write pages and pages. And if journaling sounds like too much, you just even use the Notes app on your phone. It works just fine. So number 4, stop complaining for 5 minutes. Then this is and it has been and still is a big one for me, because I've had just, social anxiety my whole life, and I've used bitching about stuff as a way to kind of bond with people and start conversations. And you might want to vent about the weather or traffic or somebody that drives you nuts, but for just 5 minutes a day, try not to complain about anything, and instead, during those 5 minutes, think about what's going right. And if you're like me and you use it as kind of a social tool, try doing the opposite and talking about how good the weather is or how traffic wasn't that bad that day. And just start with 5 minutes and then, lengthen it from there. So number 5, show gratitude with actions. Gratitude isn't just something you feel, it's something you can show. Help out a friend without being asked, buy a coffee for your coworker, or spend some time with someone that needs it. Doing something nice for others is a great way to express gratitude, and it can make you feel good too. One thing that my wife taught me is to pay for the person behind me in a drive-through or at a toll. It's a very small gesture, but it can really make someone's day. And it's happened to me before, and it's made my day. So number 6, the last one, is take the time to appreciate the small stuff, because life can get busy, but taking a minute during the day to kind of notice the little things can really help. And maybe it's just the quiet before your shift starts, or the sun hitting your face during a work break. These small moments are really easy to overlook, but if they were gone, you'd miss them. I try to think a lot about things, if they weren't there, how much, how bad it would be. And it really makes me appreciate them being there. So you might be thinking, this sounds nice, but how's it going to help me when I'm swamped with work or stressed out? So practicing gratitude doesn't erase the tough stuff, but it does make it easier to deal with. When you train your brain to focus on the good, you build resilience, and it can really help you handle stress in a better way and just make the bad days feel a little less heavy. And gratitude isn't some magic pill that's going to solve all your problems, and I really don't want this video to come off that way, but it is a powerful tool that can just change how you look at life. And the more you practice it, the more natural it becomes, and soon you'll find yourself just feeling more positive, even on some of the really rough days. But I hope you guys got something from this video. If you did, give it a like or consider subscribing, and thanks for watching.